Hello, guys. Didn't expect that the broadcasting has already started. I'm happy to see you today. My name is Ina, and today we will discuss with you a very interesting and for me a little bit unusual verb. It's the verb mind. It has lots of different meanings and it is used in different ways. And we will discuss, of course, not all of them, but the most common ones. So, what do you know about the verb mind? What it means? Let's look at our mind map. I will write here mind. I will write over here different meanings of the verb mind, and I will tell you the examples. I'm not going to write you them, but it would be great if you write down these examples. They will be useful for you for the next time. So the first meaning of the verb mind, that means to. Actually, I will read you the example and then we will think about what it means. For example, mind your step or mind your hat. This is very small door. Or Kathy, mind that you don't trip over my back because it's standing next to the entrance. So in this case, mind means to be careful. Let's write over here. Be careful. Be careful of something. Be careful. That's the first and quite common meaning. The next one. Examples. Meaning number 2. My mother has offered to mind the children while we are away. So she offered to do something with our children while we are away. Or, could you mind my bag for a moment? I will leave, I will go somewhere. So what do you think, what it means? I think it means to take care of. So another meaning, that's to take care of. Like to look after, let's say. Yeah, actually. I think it's a good one also. Look after. To look after somebody or something. Meaning number 3. For example, I don't mind living near the train line. You get used to it. It's okay when you hear. Actually, my grandparents used to live next to the train line and we really enjoyed the nights because you felt that you were like traveling by train every night. But it was fun. For me, it was very romantic as a child. Now I don't know. The next one. She doesn't mind waiting up late. Like she can wait for her boyfriend because he's working late. And in this case, what do you think what mind means? It means not feel worried, let's say. Not feel, not feel worried. Or annoyed, like you don't get annoyed with something. Not feel worried or annoyed with something. Also, very often in this case we say like I don't mind. It can be as an answer when you mean that like it doesn't matter. But I mean it means like I don't feel worried about this or I don't get annoyed about that. For example, sorry, there are no more chairs. I don't mind. I can sit on the floor. So in wanted you to pay attention that we have also here like the meaning doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This is like all together. The next meaning of the verb mind, I will write you over here the examples. Would you mind opening the window, please? Or do you mind turning down the volume a little, please? Do you mind me turning on the light? So what do you think, what it means? I think that it means when we ask somebody politely to do something for us. So I will write here, ask people politely. Forgot the word people. Ask people politely when you want them to do something for you. Also, when we ask for permission, we can also use would, you mind. For example, would you mind if I turn on this light? Like, can I turn on? Do you mind if I sit here? So this is also this phrase, but I mean that it's not like ask people politely, but also when we ask for permission, let's say. Ask for permission. I hope I don't speak very quickly because you need to write down the examples or at least to pay attention to them. The next one, well, actually, that's what I would like to pay attention to a little bit about this ask people politely thing. Want to write down, to change the marker and to write you down something. In this case, when we ask people politely or ask for permission, please pay attention that we say, would you mind or do you mind? And after that, we use gerund. So we use a verb with ending ing. This is one important thing. When we ask the person, would you mind if I sit here? That means that we ask politely and the person says no. That means no, not at all. I don't mind. Please sit. Please be careful. So when the person asks you a question, would you mind me smoking? If you don't care about this, if it's okay for you, you say no, please go ahead. But if you do care and if you don't want anybody to smoke next to you, then you don't say yes. It's not very polite if the person says, would you mind me smoking next to you? And you say, yes, I do actually. It's better to say, I'm afraid so, because like, I don't know, I don't feel all right, or I don't want to be the second-hand smoker. So in this case, better to say not yes, but if you want to be rude, you can say for sure, yes, I do mind. But if you don't want to be rude, better to say, I'm afraid. So the question, would you mind me doing something? No, I don't mind. It's okay for me. Would you mind me doing something? I'm afraid so. And you give the explanation why you mind, why you don't want the person to do something next to you. Please be careful about that. All right, and we have with you one more meaning of the word mind. Mind is, I will read again the examples. Amy, I'm afraid I have broken a cup in your kitchen. Never mind, Liz, it's only a cup. Never mind. So what do you think, what it means? Actually, it means, I think, quite close to this meaning. That means not to worry, let's say, not to worry about something. Not to worry. So be careful, take care. Okay. All these meanings of the verb mind, they concern the verb mind, to do something. But mind can be not only a verb, it can be also a noun or a suffix. So I will write over here V, which means verb. Now I will write two more examples of two more meanings of the verb mind as noun or as a suffix. So as a noun, mind refers to a person, refers to a part of a person which enables him to think, actually. This is what is inside of us. We have mind, which helps us to create thoughts, to create some ideas, to come up with some ideas. So, for example, I was imagining fields of golden daffodils in my mind. It's like over here inside. I had an image of it. Or my mind was filled with ideas. I had lots of ideas in my mind. In this case, we have different phrases which we can create with the verb mind. But we will discuss with them next webinar because there are lots of them and we don't have a lot of time for discussing all of them now. But watch us next time and you will see what kind of phrases we can create with mind, like change your mind, make up your mind, what is on your mind, to keep an open mind. So, meaning, mind, a noun, it's part of a person, part of a person, let's say. enables to think, which enables him to think, well, like this. So in this case, mind is a noun. And also the last meaning of the verb mind, well, not the last one, of course, last but not the least one. This is suffix. I will write, we create suffix minded. It looks like that. This is the suffix, minded. And usually we use it to create some adjectives. For example, open-minded. This is the person who is open for different ideas. Narrow-minded is opposite, the person who is not open to the ideas, to the new ideas. It can be independent-minded, the person who thinks who thinks independently, let's say. It can be also like strong-minded, money-minded, the person who thinks about money. It can be politically minded, the person who thinks about politics, and so on. Weak-minded. There are lots of adjectives which we can create with the suffix. I'll write over here, suffix. Minded. And you can find them in the dictionary and learn them. I have to say, lots of them are very common in use. All right. Let's move on. Now we will have with you a little bit of practice. I will get to the PowerPoint presentation. Give me a sec. And we will practice with you a little bit. Just a sec. All right. And here we are. So I hope you can see well. And let's look what we have here for practicing. We have here with you sentences in which it would be nice if you use the word mind instead of its meaning, some phrases. I guess it's very easy to do. You can use the words from the mind map, which I draw you, and I hope you have drawn it too. And we will just move on because I guess it's very easy to do. All the time we need to use mind. So be careful about your hand. Mind your hand. This is a very small door. I don't feel annoyed living near the train line. I don't mind living near the train line. Could you take care of my bag for a moment? Well, could you mind my bag for a moment? Quite easy, I guess. And as you know, I always repeat this rule, the shorter, the better. So in this case, that is true. The shorter, could you mind my bag? It's much shorter than take care of. Actually, both these phrases sound fine. Sorry, there are no more chairs. It doesn't matter, I can sit on the floor. Or, sorry, there are no more chairs. I don't mind, I can sit on the floor. Please pay attention, we cannot say eat and mind together. So we can use either it doesn't matter, or we say I don't mind, or he doesn't mind. But we need to use the person before this phrase if we say mind, or we say it doesn't matter. So either it doesn't matter or I don't mind, not the mix of these two phrases. Let's look at the next one. Please read them. So let's look at the first one. Could you open the window, please? What we have here? Would you mind? And one more time, as I said we use gerund. We use verb with ing after mind. So would you mind opening the window, please? Emmy, I'm afraid I've broken a cup in your kitchen. Don't worry, Liz, it's only a cup. So we say, never mind, Liz, it's only a cup. Never mind, well, don't worry, it's all right. I was imagining fields of golden daffodils in my head. Remember how we can change it? We can say it in my mind. It's like inside my head, let's say. Not like in, well, I don't think that we can say in brain. So that doesn't sound all right. I want to turn on the light. Do you mind me turning on the light? So over here, as I told you, we ask for permission. It's very nice when you use this phrase, when you want to be polite and you want to ask for permission from somebody. So you say, do you mind me turning? Please compare these two phrases. I want to turn on the light. Not nice. Do you mind me turning on the light? Very politely. I really want to see the new Brad Pitt movie or another actor. It finished last week at the cinema. Oh, don't worry, I'll get it on DVD eventually. So the answer is, oh, never mind, I'll get it on DVD eventually, like finally. Never mind is a very good phrase, meaning don't worry. My head was filled with ideas, or my mind was filled with ideas, lots of ideas in my head. Kathy, take care that you don't trip over my bag. Kathy, mind that you don't trip over my bag. It's because it's like not far away from the entrance or from your way, on your way. And the last one, again, I will give you just a minute to look at it, and after that we will discuss the answers. So what we've got here. My mother has offered to mind the children while we are away. She doesn't feel worried about waiting up, so she doesn't mind waiting up late. And the last one, can you turn down the volume a little bit? Do you mind turning down the volume a little, please? So do you mind means can you do something, very polite form. That's it. Let's move on. I would like to continue talking a little bit, and actually, what I would like to pay attention to some things, just a little bit, one more time. There are some typical errors which students, all right here, typical errors about mind, which I would like to discuss with you. The first one, when we ask the question, do you mind? Or would you mind? Please be careful to say after that verb with ing ending. This is ing. As I said, ing ending. This is our gerund form. So do you mind me turning on the radio? Would you mind? Oh, sorry, it's not mind. It must be mind. Would you mind turning off TV or anything? This is the first one. The second one, very often when we talk about future, we don't use future with the verb mind. Usually we use present simple with the verb mind. So present, when we talk about future. So, for example, I don't mind what day you come and stay with us. So it means that I don't mind now. Well, I don't mind about the future, but I don't mind, and we use present in it. And I don't mind what day you come and stay with us. We use present, not future in this case. Please be careful about that. And that's it, or anything else? Oh yeah, about answers, I have already told you, so please be careful. Do you mind or would you mind? If it's okay for you, you say no. If it's not okay for you, you say, I'm afraid, and then you explain why you don't want the person to do something. Well, I guess that's it. Our next webinar, we will discuss with you different phrases with the verb mind. Thank you very much for your time. I wish you a very nice day and see you around. Bye.